Hey guys, so I'm just out here at the Salt Marsh Trail in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. I'm back home. Just wanted to recap the flight video. So what we're going to do is cover the flight from Ottawa via Toronto to Halifax. We'll cover how packed the planes were, what's open at what airport, and then we'll cover the landing experience back in Halifax. So I'll leave you a clip of Ottawa, and I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, so I'm currently at the Ottawa airport, just waiting for my flight to Halifax via Toronto. Not going to go as in-depth as I did in the last video. I'll just highlight a few things. I'm post security right now, and there's nothing open because it's like 4 in the morning, but there's normally 4 things open here: Booster Juice, a store, and a couple other things, so not a lot. And yeah, I'll check in throughout the flight, but it won't be a very long video, and we'll also include the recap maybe in a few weeks after quarantine. All right, so that was Ottawa, and the stuff opens between 4 and 5 there. You'll get the Booster Juice, the coffee shop, and the magazine / souvenir store. Later on in the day, you'll get the cocktail bar / wine lounge. And now I'll leave you with a shot from Toronto, vastly different from Halifax and Ottawa airports. Hey guys, so quick check-in from Toronto. There is way more open here, like a lot more open here, so you don't really have to worry about food or drinks. I got maybe 15 minutes and then we're on the road again. So there's like Tim Hortons, Starbucks, there's restaurants, Roger Mooking's open, a lot of the stores are open, body shops even open, everything's open here. So yeah, that's pretty much for this check-in, and we'll let you know how the landing in Halifax goes. Hey guys, so that was Toronto. Vastly different from the other airports, much more back to normal. You wouldn't really know it was COVID without the masks, and a few missing tables, but Pearson is buzzing like an airport normally is. Okay, so the next question is, how full were the planes? So on the way up to Ottawa, they were really not that full, like 15, 20 people, and they were smaller planes. But flying from Ottawa to Toronto, the plane held about 200 people, and it was pretty much at max capacity. And then leaving Toronto, I was on a giant plane also, approximately 200 people, and almost every seat was full. So people are flying. Hey guys, so we had a bit of a downpour out on the trail, so we broke for lunch. We went downtown Halifax onto Barrington Street to a Vietnamese restaurant by the name of Star Anise, one of my favorites in the city. So I grabbed this bowl of pho. It was absolutely delicious. So we're gonna finish this video here at the Princess Lodge, which is named after the prince that stayed here. He was the Duke of Kent. I think he stayed here from 1794 to about 1800. Then he went back to the UK. It was a big estate. This is all that's left to it now, the rotunda or the music room. Apparently there's big fancy gardens and everything here. So what we wanted to talk about is landing in Halifax. And it's a bit different from other parts in the nation because we have the mandatory quarantine. So when you get down to the luggage claim area, you'll be, you either have to fill out a paper form or you have to fill out the app. And don't confuse it with the Federal Quarantine Act. That's only for people that have left Canada. This is just for people entering Nova Scotia. So it's just a provincial quarantine. Very different from the Federal Quarantine Act. So you basically got to fill out where you're coming from and where you're going. Basically, that's all they want. And then you get shuffled through another line and everyone's behind plexiglass and everything. And you cannot roam the airport freely. They kind of make you feel like you've done something wrong. It's kind of an odd feeling because in the other parts of Canada, you don't get that. But that's basically all that happens when you get in. It's just weird because everyone's behind plexiglass and stuff. So the final part of this video is flying safe? Well, it's really up to you. Based on your age, based on your health conditions, based on a lot of things. I had to fly, I flew, it was completely safe. I have no COVID. I've done my quarantine. I've been done my quarantine for a while now. That's why I'm doing this video. So it's up to you. But if you have like a sick or a dying family member on the other side of the country, I mean, it's really up to you. I would go. Plus, when I went, I got to see my daughter, which I have not seen her in a very long time. So that was awesome for the both of us. So I can't say that maybe you should travel or you shouldn't. It's really up to each individual. But the airline, I flew on Air Canada, they are doing everything they can to make it safe. And then there's just something to think about. If flying was so dangerous, every single flight attendant would have COVID, and they don't. So I'm not saying there's no risk, but you have to take whatever risk that you feel is appropriate for yourself. Will I fly again? Yes. Will I fly again soon? Probably not. I have nowhere to go. So I'm looking forward to our Atlantic bubble, which is going to be Newfoundland, New Brunswick, PEI, and Nova Scotia. We can travel freely without quarantine. But I do have to fly sometime again, so I will be. I won't be leaving internationally for a long time till this COVID stuff's over, but I do, like, I'm gonna have to fly again in the fall. It's just inevitable. So hopefully we're all vaccinated by then and we don't have to deal with all this nonsense. And if we're not, well, it's pretty safe. So I can recommend flying if you want to or you have to. But it's really up to each individual person. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I'll wrap it up. Don't want to go on forever. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next travel video.
Here's one for the lonely